Oh man, that's a topic that could potentially get me heated. Never shit on someone else's dreams, ever. Don't ever stand in the way of what somebody wants to do. It's just, why? Because you couldn't do it? Like, you didn't have the guts to go after what you wanted? That you just sat idly by and watched your life pass, so you feel you can tell somebody else that they're not good enough? No, absolutely not. Not a single person that ever told me that I couldn't do it, or I wasn't gonna amount to anything, or tried to, hell, I even walked away from friends that I spent countless hours with and grew up with, and they're not a part of my life anymore. Because it wasn't, not necessarily because they didn't believe in me, but just like, your circle should, the people that you surround yourself with should just build you up constantly. Your life is defined by the 5 people you spend the most time with. Are constantly getting beaten down by friends, family. You know, you just gotta let that shit go. It's, oh man, this topic gets me so mad. But, you know, no one is incapable of the things that they want to do. I think what it comes down to is just that people don't want to put in the time anymore. Like, they look at it and they're like, oh, it's going to take too long, or, you know, or my mom doesn't think I can do it, or my sister tells me that I'm not good enough, and that's just garbage. It's just absolute garbage. Man, I think it's going to come in waves. You're going to find different things. It's not something that you can just go and look for. It's got to be something that you believe in. I was always excited about everything, even back to when I was a kid, like playing with Matchbox cars. Like, I would just get so hyped up. I think I was lucky enough to not have somebody to tell me to not get too excited about little things, because once the big things came around, I was always able to just get excited and stay excited, and I tried a bunch of different things. So you can't be afraid to start over. You can't be afraid to walk away from things that you once might have thought was everything, you know? Like, my passions were always different. It started with Little League Baseball, and then it went into BMX bike riding, and then I found mixed martial arts and jiu-jitsu, and that's what led me to CrossFit, and that's where I've been for the past 8 years. You're not just gonna wake up one day and be like, this is it. It's gonna slowly build over time, and you're gonna see things that, there's gonna be trends that lead you to your passion. And if you're in your mid-20s, like don't get all bent out of shape thinking that, you know, like, the time's now. Like, I didn't find CrossFit until I was 27, 28. And I didn't realize I wanted to instruct it for another year or two. I didn't start instructing it until I was 29. So yeah, it's a year or two is what it took. So, like, passion will find you. You won't find it. It doesn't exist. There's no such thing as balance, I don't think. People, I think it's a myth. I think balance is a myth. I think you just learn how to put your energies into the areas of the aspects of your life that need the focus at the time. When you're at work, you got to be at work. And the hard one for me that I'm learning on my own is, when I'm dad, I gotta be more dad. I gotta 100% my dad time. It's really difficult, and I don't think there's a balance. It's a shut off. It's when you're when you're in, you're all in, and when you're not in, you gotta pull all out, and you gotta go all in the next thing. One of the best things that you can do is find time for yourself. Find time for the little things that recharge you and make you want to do your day, make you want to be all in when you're all in. And then I think you can find that balance. And if you can't find a second to relax and take a deep breath, then you're not going to be able to focus on the next thing at hand, because there's always going to be the next thing at hand. You're going to have to work, you're going to have to parent, you're going to have to be a friend, you're going to have to be a lover. There's always going to be that next thing, and every little thing deserves the same amount of attention. It's not going to get the same amount of feeling behind it, but the attention needs to be there.